What's going on, guys? My name's Zephr, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm reusing the snow team that I used in my other video that's actually popped off. Thank you so much for that, I really appreciate that. But I've made a couple changes. I've made some EV spread changes. I've also changed Cresselia for Flutter Mane, and well, let's get into the explanation as to why I've done that. So to start things off, I've changed Cresselia for Flutter Mane. I just found that I didn't bring Cresselia to a lot of games. I understand that Cresselia is a very strong Pokemon. I just didn't think it was as good on this team as it might be on something a bit more different. I could definitely see a world in which Cresselia works, as it did when I first used this team, but I'm much preferring having Flutter Mane now compared to Cresselia. This Flutter Mane is a Trick Room variant compared to my other. I've got like 4 Flutter Manes with different spreads all over the place. But this Flutter Mane is a Trick Room bulky Flutter Mane. So this one has max defense in its EVs. It's got slower speed. It's not IV'd out for speed, and it's got no EV investment in speed either. And it's got Trick Room. So you've got the, the classical Dazzling Gleam, Shadow Ball, Protect on there, because I think every Flutter Mane should have those moves. I think it's some of its best stab, if not its best stab besides Moonblast, and it allows it to do as much damage as possible. But I've got Trick Room on there because, most opponent Flutter Manes are looking to be super fast, super quick, and just dish out loads of damage. Obviously, the Snow team is focused around setting Trick Room up and getting Glastrier set up, Ursaluna set up, etc. to deal out as much damage as possible. So having a slower Flutter Mane, once you've got Trick Room up, allows you to actually use the Flutter Mane to do damage. Having max defense investment allows it to live things like Kingambit Iron Head, amongst other things. I've calculated it's really, really good. And I've got the booster energy on there to power up its special attack when it enters battle. Overall, I think this Flutter Mane can be aggressive, it can take hits, and it can set up Trick Room, and I just think it's better on the team than Cresselia was. So that's why we've made that switch. So there are only actually a couple other changes on the team that I've made. So let's go with Glastrier. So I've actually put Protect onto Glastrier instead of Heavy Slam now. So I found Glastrier is really strong and defensively bulky anyway. It can take hits from some of its worst enemies quite happily when it's got Snow and it's got Aurora Reveal set up, as well as just being on the field itself. But I feel like Protect gives you that leeway to be able to, actually set up Trick Room next to it if it needs that, so it can be going first to get these super aggressive hits out and to deal as much damage as possible. There is not very much in the format that wants to take any form of hit from Glastrier once it's got 1 or 2 attack boosts. I can promise you that from using this team. So we put Protect on it so that, we can actually defend it a bit while we get Trick Room set up if it's necessary. And overall, I think it's better. We've got Bronzong with Gyro Ball if we need to use a Steel attack on, say, a Flutter Mane. And if we can't do that, then we've also got Flutter Mane to hit it with a Shadow Ball. So I didn't think Heavy Slam was as necessary. I've debated putting Heavy Slam on my Iron Hands. It's not something I've done yet. It's something I'm thinking about, and I'll probably playtest. But overall, I think Heavy Slam off of Glastrier is better, and having Protect on there is better for it overall. And finally, the only other change on the team currently is my Ursaluna. So before I was running Facade, Earthquake, and Rock Slide, I believe. Now we're running Facade, Crunch, and Headlong. And the reason for Crunch is because a lot of people have decided to start running Ursaluna with the Ghost typing, so they can avoid fighting attacks and also give it that longevity that Ursaluna kind of requires, dependent on what it's getting hit by. And it also means, Urshifu Rapid Strike, which is like the most common Pokemon in the meta right now, is not going to insta-kill it. Crunch allows it to do damage to things like Flutter Mane, Psychic types, Ghost types, etc. It allows it to take out other sorts of Ursaluna running that Ghost Terra type in, and so overall I think it's a better move. And instead of Earthquake, we're running Headlong Rush, which might be a bit weird to some people. I found myself struggling to use Earthquake against a lot of Pokemon on my team, such as like Flutter Mane, Iron Hand, Glastrier, because I don't want to get them damage that they didn't need in the first place. And sometimes it's just not preventable. Obviously, if I've got Bronzong on the team when we go into a battle, I can switch it out to use that Levitate. But besides that, some of my own Pokemon are taking damage that they don't necessarily need to be. And Headlong Rush does 120 damage. It is a stab move for Ursaluna, and there, once again, just like Glastrier, there is not a lot of Pokemon in the meta that really want to be taking a Headlong Rush from Ursaluna, especially when it's burnt and it's got guts. So I put that on there instead of Earthquake, and Protect was there before. So that is the final change to this team right now. And I think these changes really iron out some of the things that the team wasn't doing well and allow it to perform even better than it was before. I've also changed the team on my... I'm probably going to cut this bit. So what I was trying to say is that I've changed the code to rent this team. So if you've watched my last video, that code is not viable anymore. It doesn't work. Don't use it. Use this new code that's in the corner, V00PVN. I'll leave that code in the description as well. And I'll also leave the Pokepaste that's in the description too. And I'll also go back to the last video and I'll leave a comment on there so that if people see that video before they see this one, that they have the right code as well. So yeah, that's really about it, guys. Thank you so much for your support recently. We actually hit 500 subs, which is insane. I thank you all so much for that. I will probably do some form of giveaway or something like that for that. I'll figure it out in my head and then we'll put it somewhere on the channel, on Twitter, wherever. So if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. It helps the algorithm, it helps me out superbly, and I really appreciate it. Leave a comment if you've used this team or the other variant of this team, what you think about it, if you're enjoying it, all that sort of stuff. If you aren't already, subscribe to the channel. Let's go for that 600 subs goal now that we've hit the 500. Once again, thank you so much. And besides that, follow me on my socials, Twitch, Twitter, anywhere you want to talk to me, see what I'm saying, see what I'm doing, etc. And besides that, yeah, that's really been about it. So thank you so much. My name's been Zephr. I really appreciate all your support, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Show me the lead. Tinglu Gary. Okay, that's fine. That's actually super okay with me. Alright, the only problem here is that this forces me to Terra my boy first turn. Or we just get a fake out this turn and we trick him this turn. Easy. Protect on Gary, that's fine. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Tinglu protect as well here. No, we're just going to get the fake out, that's fine. Let's just set up the trick room. Here's a big W. And now, we just get the safeguard down at the same time. Terra, Thunder Punch, Gary, and safeguard. Gary does not want to take a Thunder Punch from anything that exists in life. Safeguard's going to stop us from getting burned or anything like that. Withdraw Gyarados, that's fine. Chi-Yu. Chi-Yu's not going to like a Thunder Punch very much either. The only unfortunate bit about this is that it's going to suck for my Iron Hands to be on the field with this Chi-Yu. But that is workaroundable. Terra Grass just stops Tinglu from doing stupid damage. Safeguard's super nice just as the backup. Chi-Yu did not like that. Stomping Tantrum is going to do a bit of damage, not very much at all to be honest. And then, to be honest, we can just fake out, we can just Thunder Punch into that slot again. We can remove Bronzong from the field at this point, quite preferably. Like, I don't see the issue with that. And we can bring in Ursaluna here. Chi-Yu isn't going to want to take any hits, so it probably protects. Tinglu's really not threatening anything. When he comes on the field, gets burnt now in Trick Room, and it is going to be horrifying for my opponent. That's a Chi-Yu down. So that's the biggest threat to my Terra Grass Iron Hands out the way with. Stomping Tantrum's not really going to do a lot. Okay, that's a decent crit. I respect that. Gary back out. I mean, you can Terra Gary, I guess. That's really about all you've got, though. You can't Thunder Wave, you can't Taunt, you can't do any of that because of my Safeguard. So, yeah. I might even quite happily get a Volt Switch off here, you know? Do that, and then we can just Sard into Tinglu. Big Volt Switch. Iron Hands has no special attack, and that was just ridiculous damage. We bring Flutter Mane in now. Just because Flutter Mane's going to be very happy in this environment. Maybe not so much against Tinglu, but we've got the Photosynthesis boost. Sard's going to do a ton of damage here. Ridiculous. Heavy Slam's going to do nothing, almost. Tinglu is almost useless in this fight, which is just funny. Hurricane Gyarados, that is different for sure. Leftovers Gary as well. Interesting. Interesting set, my friend. How many turns? One turn left on Trick Room. So this turn we just Dazzling Gleam and we bring Bronzer back out. Neither of these are going to appreciate standard Dazzling Gleam from this Flutter. So Peck. I mean, my main target here isn't you, Gary. My main target here is Tinglu. Oh, bulky Flutter Mane. Very bulky Flutter Mane surviving that. Huge. Oh, and we take the KO even through the special attack. Minus, that's huge. Pinglu gone. What's your final mon now? The Gyarados can't intimidate me anymore. Flutter Mane's not really got much for my hands in this predicament. I think both of these mon are actually faster than my Flutter Mane as well, which is really funny. So this turn we protect here and we relaunch a Trick Room. Yes. Yes, sir. Are we going for Terra Fairy here on Flutter Mane for as much damage on Dazzling Gleam / Moonblast as possible? Yeah. I'm so tired. It's almost 12 o'clock midnight. But we gotta get the content. I wonder if you've fallen for that. No, we're gonna hit the Shadow Ball. Okay. Gonk takes that because Gonk does not care. You should have doubled up into that slot, buddy. Now to watch your Flutter Mane get felled by a Bronzong is going to bring me so much happiness. We don't need Safeguard anymore. Safeguard has served its purpose. Game over, boy. Give me just the Gary so I can just Thunder Punch it to death. Oh, not death. 8. Boop. Goodbye, Flutter Mane. Bronzong being able to one-shot Flutter Mane is so funny. I wonder how much damage Gyro Ball would do here. We're not going to find out. We're just going to go into Iron Hands. He quits anyway. Unless he plays it out. If he plays it out, I respect that, but I wouldn't waste my time. There we go. GG's, brother. Party and Urshifu. So this is nice. Fucker. Right, now Secret Weapon activates. My man does not expect me to have a Trick Room Flutter Mane. That is for sure. So we go Trick Room here. We go Fake Out here. Easy. Protect. That's actually fine. That's awesome for us. If Articuno Freezing Glares, that's a bit bad for us, but what? Now that's an adjustment I can think about making as well. I didn't realise Galarian Articuno got Trick Room. That's kind of crazy, low-key. I think we just Terra Fairy here, to be honest. Actually, no. Protect, and we go Thunder Punch here. Easy. Oh no, I forget that Urshifu can go through Protect, so Terra Water. Go straight after my Flutter Mane, I bet. However, if it's not Focus Sash, then we're all good. Flutter Mane, however, might not be all good. Yeah, this is gonna suck, Loki. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Goodbye, Flutter Mane. I'm sorry I errored for you. However, this Urshifu could have been faster anyway and just beat us. So, yeah. Don't understand the initial Trick Room play from the Articuno though. Freezing Glare. Yeah, expected. Laser Art. Laser Eyes Articuno. Loads of people are calculating their Urshis to be able to take that, I'm pretty sure. So here actually, we Terra Water and we go Blizzard to start with, and here I'm pretty sure we can just Volt Switch here into Mr. Glashter. We have to Terra Water here though. Because if he close combats, a Bomber Snow probably dies, and if you Terra Water, Surgeon Strikes ain't gonna have as much effect as it'd like to. So, close combat, yeah, expectable. It's a lot of damage. Hands, take this. I need you to take this. Oh my god, Hands, I love you so much. That's actually huge. We won't KO the Articuno here. I don't think anyway. I don't know much about Galarian Articuno, so we could OHKO it here. Urshifu ruined my life for the first 2 turns. Citrus Berry. I've seen a lot of people running Citrus Berry, Galar, Bird though, so. That's still good damage for Chip, to be fair. Just get hands out back to be able to drop that, you know, fake out as and when necessary. Sharing coming out. I bet there's a Basket Legion out back. The last respects. Zapdos. Alright, that's cool. We kind of just have to click Blizzard here, even if I don't want to. And then if we go into this Zapdos with Icicle Crash, I need you not to miss Icicle Crash, please. Ah! Rain Dance Zapdos, that's kind of cool. Hurricane's not going to hit too hard into that, yeah. We whiff on that one, we don't whiff one of them. Galarian Articuno gets bye-byed. Icicle Crash hit here. Oh my god, yes, right. That's a huge KO. Chilling Nay boost. Now all we have to do is swap out a Bomber Snow on a Protect on Seren, and yeah, we pretty much win. Charm Power is going to get extra defense, but it's not really going to matter, I don't think. Yeah, we just pivot out into you here, and we Protect here. Easy. Because now we can reset the snow. I'd expect you to go into my Seren here, thinking it'll cause problems, so... Lovely. Super good. Super epic. Right. So, Fake Out and a Bomber Snow to set the snow back up. The battle was cancelled, he knew. It was a really good start, unfortunately. Urshifu is not just going to win you every game, so...
It saves hundreds of lives.
Mm-hmm.